Welcome to Airborne Flight Training. Coming up on this week's episode, Elektra Trainer triumphs at Electrifly-In eTrophy competition. PAL Airlines pilots ratify first collective agreement. Whirly-Girls Scholarship Fund opens 2023 season. And I'm your host, Unruly. Let's get into today's stories. Elektra Trainer triumphs at Electrifly-In eTrophy competition. Elektra Solar GmbH has won the prestigious eTrophy at the Electrifly-In competition in Bern, Switzerland. Elektra's brand new two-seater UL Elektra Trainer aircraft beat out concepts from rival manufacturers Pipistrel and X-eye. The eTrophy is awarded to the electric aircraft that travels the longest unrecharged distance to the competition. Elektra's test pilot, engineer, and sales manager Uwe Nortmann departed the Baden-Württemberg airfield, a grass airstrip in the southern German town of Pfullendorf, on September 10th and proceeded along a southwesterly course to Bern, covering 108 miles in a contest-winning 2 hours and 10 minutes. Herr Nortmann's journey was conducted in overcast rainy conditions against a sustained 13-knot headwind. Analysis of the flight data showed the Elektra Trainer consumed 10 kilowatt-hours per every 100 kilometers flown, about half the energy consumption of an electric car. Designed with an eye toward flight schools and flying clubs, the Elektra Trainer's hourly operating cost of about €60 is half that of a legacy ultralight aircraft. In addition to a 2.5-hour flight duration, a dual redundant electric powertrain, variable pitch propeller, retractable landing gear, and a 25-to-1 glide ratio, the Elektra Trainer features perpetual uplink to Elektra Solar GmbH's cloud infrastructure, by which system state flight data is uploaded and automatically analyzed. And after the break, Atlas Air and Wings Over the Rockies partnership announced.
Aviation Safety Resources is disrupting the market for aircraft emergency parachute recovery systems. ASR systems are smaller, lighter weight, and offer longer repack cycles than similar products available in the current market. ASR has a recovery system available for every type of aircraft: sport, experimental, light sport, general aviation, urban air mobility, vertical takeoff and landing, electric propulsion, and unmanned aerial systems. Find the right product for your aircraft at aviationsafetyresources.com.
Well, hello, fellow pilot. I'm John King.
And I'm Martha King.
You know, we've all had our flying lives disrupted lately.
Well, King Schools is here to help you stay up to date with courses that you can access on your desktop, iPad, or iPhone. If you'd like a refresher or just want to expand your aviation horizons, we have a course for you.
So head over to kingschools.com/rusty today for details.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some other interesting stories. Atlas Air and Wings Over the Rockies partnership announced. Wings Over the Rockies has partnered with Atlas Air worldwide. The two organizations, by dint of their newly announced partnership, have sent out to maximize the scope and impact of WOTR's Wings Aerospace Pathways, a program that allows students in grades 6 to 12 to immerse themselves in the aerospace industry through hands-on experiential learning. Longtime WOTR supporter Atlas has made a generous $30,000 donation to the Wings Aerospace Pathways Initiative. WestJet pilots notify management of negotiations. The WestJet Master Executive Council of ALPA has notified WestJet Airlines management of their intention to open negotiations regarding the group's collective agreement. The pilots group's head, Captain Dave Kingston, said the pilots have been pulling more than their fair share of weight at the company since 2020. Quote, "For more than 2 years, our airline has faced the devastating impacts of COVID-19 head-on, but is on its way to recovery thanks in large part to the efforts and sacrifices of this pilot group. For some, those sacrifices included a nearly 70% reduction in pay, while close to half of our pilots were furloughed," end quote. ASA Remote Pilot Test Prep now available. The Remote Pilot Test Prep book provides learners questions with explanations for both correct and incorrect answers. Within each book, ASA includes the figures, charts, and diagrams pertinent to the remote pilot exam. that applicants may become familiar with the self-same supplemental materials provided at FAA testing centers. ASA includes the full FAA CT 8082H Airman Knowledge Testing Supplement within the Remote Pilot Test Prep book, as opposed to publishing it separately. In all, the test prep book includes 5 practice tests. 4-month prison sentence for unruly airline passenger. The aviation workplace can be difficult. A New York woman has been sentenced to 4 months in prison, followed by 36 months of supervised release for unruly behavior aboard a 2021 American Airlines flight from Dallas to Los Angeles. Kelly Picardo, who pleaded guilty to interfering with a flight crew, will also pay American Airlines $9,123 in restitution. Likely that sum won't come close to offsetting the cost of the diversion to Phoenix necessitated by Picardo's selfishness, but it's a start. Well, that's it for today's trip around the patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. PAL Airlines pilots ratify first collective agreement. PAL Airlines have a reason to celebrate after ratifying the very first collective agreement with their employer, with a confirming vote of 92% among eligible pilots. PAL Airlines of Canada is a regional airline primarily operating throughout eastern Canada, providing scheduled flights, air charter, and air cargo with a fleet of Dash-8s and Beech 1900Ds. The new pilot contract is valid for 3 years and provides PAL pilots, quote, increased compensation, stronger job security protections, and improved working conditions, end quote, according to the Airline Pilot Association. ALPA was once again integral in assisting with the negotiations process, helping PAL pilots from 2020 onward in their efforts to find common ground with their employer. ALPA hints that the process was not without some contention, however. Since negotiations began, PAL received an unfair labor practice filing, a conciliation filing, a 100% strike vote, and allegations of political interference. In that case, PAL was thought by some pilots to have prevented their lawful use of Canadian Labor Code rights, which in effect prevented the pilots from using the provisions provided to them under Canadian labor regulations. And after these messages, Whirly-Girls Scholarship Fund opens 2023 season.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
If it looks good, it usually flies good. The Bristol series of aircraft is proof of that. Furthering their legacy of safety and efficiency, Bristol is proud to feature the Rotax 915 IS Turbo in the current lineup of aircraft. The 915 IS Turbo power plant offers more power than ever before in a light sport aircraft. Learn more about Bristol at www.sportflyingusa.com.
Throughout the globe, Piper Aircraft has hand-selected the very best in company representation, service, and support. From first inquiry to acquisition to product support, Piper Aircraft ownership is seamless and worry-free. Piper Aircraft authorized dealers, factory trained, factory connected.
Welcome back. Whirly-Girls Scholarship Fund opens 2023 season. Female aviators looking to break into the rotary wing industry may be in luck, as the Whirly-Girls Scholarship Fund has announced that it's open season on their roster of scholastic assistants. Scholarships valued at more than $110,000 are up for grabs, available for both long-time experienced pilots and what behind-the-ears newbies alike. This year, a series of sponsors are offering a range of assistance to prospective students, from initial or add-on helicopter ratings, trips to Heli Expo, specialized mountain flight training, Airbus inadvertent IMC training, Hughes MD-500 flight training, Robinson safety courses, and more. Southern Utah University is offering a $20,000 scholarship for training at the school for the recipient's private pilot, instrument, and commercial ratings. In addition to the range of model-specific or general use certifications, Whirly-Girls applicants have a chance at a Survival Systems USA egress and ditching course, excellent knowledge to have for pilots exploring the wilderness should the worst occur. The program, sponsored by the International Women Helicopter Pilots Association, is a nonprofit educational organization dedicated to advancing women in the helo industry by uniting like-minded companies and supporters to offer their assistance to deserving students. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching.